Welcome to Skills to Pay the Bills. I'm Tia Young, your host, and I want to thank you for joining me today. We're going to be spotlighting the upcoming Pacific Culture International Pageant Expo, also known as simply PCI. To tell us more about the PCI pageant, we have in the studio today Miss Chris Zhu, Executive Director of Pacific Culture International. One of our goal sponsors could not be here today. That's Shirley Liu, who is also Executive Field Chairman for First Financial Security. We have Mr. Bobby Lee, who is my co-host. Bobby is also a Senior Marketing Director for First Financial Security, and he's Public Relations Representative for PCI. And last but not least, we have in the studio 2013 second runner-up, Miss Doreen Yang. Please join me in welcoming our guests. We have a full house today. Hello, everyone.
Hi, Tia.
How you doing?
How are you? Hey, guys.
Good, very good. Bobby, it's a pleasure to have you back on the show again.
Good to be here.
You're going to move me out of my spot pretty soon.
No. I'll follow your lead.
Well, we're going to get started. Chris.
Yes.
Tell us how and why the Miss Asian American pageant got started.
We, I have an image consulting company in 2006. So they think I always have the concept about the girl, how they carry their image, who they know who they come from, and then how to carry themselves. And then I like the concept I think somebody to suggest me, let's have a pageant, and then you can use your concept, teach the girl, and then let them to carry the message to the young Chinese. At the beginning, we started for Washington Metropolitan Miss Chinese American at the beginning. So after a couple years, and our event is getting bigger and bigger, and then I know some other Asian community leader like Bobby, and I know him, and then I invited him. Okay, let's have a Miss Asian American beauty pageant instead only the Chinese.
Yeah.
And then we give out the message to the girl, beauty is not only just the outside beauty, it is included inside. So how do you carry themselves, and then the culture pride, the confidence, the leadership, the family pride is very important to our Asian community. So I think I would like to give the mainstream to know this message, and that's how I started.
Is that how you started? Well, did you start it here in the United States, or did you start it in your country?
I started here.
You started it here. Okay, all right.
You know
Bobby?
what? It's also a good opportunity for the Asian community here in the DMV area to come together. And you know, the Miss Asian American pageant allows the whole community to come together and work together and network together and showcase their community and bring their the best girls out, and it's a good opportunity to tie all that together is the Miss Asian American pageant.
Right. That's a very good point. Now, do the girls, are they coming from just the United States, or are you also taking girls from other countries, other Asian countries? Can they come
it's
in?
all local, whatever even they're student, we are welcome. Mm-hmm. So it's
So you're concentrating in Maryland, D.C., and Virginia.
The East
okay.
Coast.
Oh, the entire East Coast.
Yes.
Oh,
Was it last year? Yeah.
We have a New York girl, Philadelphia girl,
and Boston too, also.
Yeah.
And I believe it's open to everyone.
Wow.
But it's because the schedule, from the training schedule, some cannot take so far away, and then so this is the East Coast.
Right. Well, we have the beautiful Doreen, who has been sitting so patiently there. Doreen, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm just fine. Now, last year you were second runner-up.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that experience. What did you have to do to prepare?
Oh, well, I definitely had to prepare for the talent portion, and for my talent, I did cheerleading. So I choreograph my own stuff. I was captain last year, so I actually help a lot of the girls out with dances. So I choreographed my own routine, and that took me a while to put all the music together and to get all the dances so they flow. So that took me a while to get that done for my talent portion, and I also practiced a lot in the mirror to question and answer, just to keep that etiquette and poise, and that's how I prepared.
Okay, very good.
And
Can you believe it? She was 17 last year.
Wow.
I was the youngest.
That's pretty mature.
So
That's pretty
what is the
mature
age
to do that.
qualification, Chris?
17 to 27.
Okay.
Yeah.
17 to 27.
17 to 27.
Yeah.
And what is the application process like? Do they write you, or do you send something out?
We were
to
reaching
girls?
out from the advertisement to the community leader, and then reaching out the girl from
Okay.
different organizations.
Okay.
So I think they would have the girl to represent the community, like Miss Vietnam DC. They would
Right.
send the best girl, or Miss Best, and then they send the winner to come to our pageant. So we would get some of the different community leader. They support the girl who can represent their community.
And also, they can pretty much go onto your website and apply, right?
Yes.
PCIculture.com.
Yeah,
And
that's
what
right.
is the cost to be part of the event?
$100.
$100. So,
That's
$100.
affordable. Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I thought she was going to say, $600 or $700.
Yeah,
$1,000.
We only take $100 for the application, and people say, why you don't waive the money? But if the girl waive the money, they just sign up application, they're not showing up,
Right.
they don't care about the process. If even you choose them to the final, maybe they just, I don't care, I didn't make any effort. So that's the reason we charge them at least $100. That is the commitment for them to the pageant.
Committed, right.
Yeah,
right.
so they committed. And when they committed, and then they would, they try very hard. But I don't want to say our pageant will get the money from the girl. So that's why we don't want them to, we have to have them have a $600 or $1,000 or $2,000 participate our event. We give them a five or six outfits. Last
Okay.
year, even this year, we
So what do
will.
they have to provide as far as outfits? And pageantry could cost a lot of money for contestants. So your
in
contestants.
our event, only they cost them to buy their evening gown, or
That's
you
it?
can you can borrow
So
your
basically,
friend or your
PCI
prom.
will provide everything else.
Yeah, we provide
Providing.
everything.
Well, what I was going to say, you mentioned earlier that you had founded a imaging, consulting business. So does that company help the girls to become poised, or do they just look like Doreen? I mean, they know everything. They know how to walk, and they know how
That
to
is
present
one of the
themselves.
reasons. Yeah, one of the reasons we have catwalk training, we have image consulting training. This year we would have the etiquette, the wine tasting training this year.
How come?
They would change because they would teach some girl etiquette, the table etiquette. So we do makeup training and catwalk and the clothes because we go to different activity. So we provide them some of the outfit, like the uniform, for them to go to the press conference, from visit sponsors and visit the elder center. We have different kind of outfit for them.
Right. Well, Doreen, are you still in high school, or have you graduated? Are
I
you in
just
college?
graduated.
You just graduated.
Yes.
Tell us about your plans, about your college plans.
Well, I can definitely say that the pageant helped me a lot with college applications. I wrote about the pageant in my essay when I applied, and so I got accepted into American University right here in DC, so I will be starting that this fall.
Oh, wonderful.
So anybody that wants to go to American University now has to enter our pageant, right?
Well, that was my next question, Bobby. How did you hear about the pageant? Were you referred, or did you see it on in some of the media, maybe newspapers, or how did you find out about
Chris
it?
does a really good job at advertising the pageant before it even before applications even come out. So my mom actually got me into it.
Oh, Oh,
Yeah.
that's
I think
we
her
should have had your
mom-
mom here. We should have had her here too.
When I did the first pageant in 2008, her mom already told me, "Oh, I have my daughter. My daughter is beautiful, but she's just 15 by that time." I said, "Wait for a couple more years, and then you would have Doreen come back." And her mom is already, since the first pageant, she already won her daughter because she knows she's very potential and she have the looks, she's very smart and have the poise, and so that's why her mom trying to push her very hard and
That's
have a high
good.
expectation on her, I think.
Well, as you were talking, I was thinking, do you ever have situations where you have sisters that are in the pageant at the same time?
The first year when I did a pageant, I encouraged my sister to do it, Stephanie.
Okay.
And she came from China. Her English is not that perfect, but I told her, and then you come to America and just experience it,
Right.
just go to the fun camping, the girl camping,
Right.
So,
Chris, I have a business question to ask you, because sometimes as women, it's not as easy for women to start businesses and put them together. When you started this, did you have any challenges, or did you find it easy to find people that would help you? I know you mentioned that at some point you met Bobby, and of course I know he's a helper.
Yeah.
He'll help anybody. He'll help
Yeah.
a signpost.
Yeah, I do that every day.
He'll help. But did you have a hard time getting started up, or it was
very
easy?
hard, very hard.
Really?
Because I'm not major in the event planning or the PR or any kind of field or business field. I just image consultant. This is the job I'm passionate about. And then if suddenly help me to run the pageant, it was huge challenge. I have no clue what I'm getting myself into it, but I think I have a very sincere and honest face when I ask people for help, and I'm very kind. And I was very lucky. I get a lot of people's friendship, including Bobby. Right, Bobby. So when I reaching out the Chinese community, I use the same attitude. I say, okay, I'm new to this, and I hope can ask your friendship, and then to get this together, and let's do it. Let's make it happen. Maybe my passion to really burn people up is they would, influence people. They want to join me, and they want to participate. Yes. So that's why I roll up like the pageant, like the ball, the snowball, getting bigger and bigger each year.
And this is what year? Is this
the fourth year.
This is the fourth year.
But the fifth year, I do event. 1 year I did the model contest.
Okay.
But this is the 4th year for the pageant.
That's really outstanding. Bobby, you have anything you want to add before we shoot to the break?
Well, I would say it after the break.
You have something to say after the break. Okay, well, we're going to take a short station break, and we will return with our special guests, Chris, Bobby, and Doreen. So don't touch that dial.
Join our mission to proclaim the gospel of Jesus Christ. Every week, we feature a medley of gifts from artists, performers, ministers, and more. Experience the Lord's everlasting light in the cool of the day.
Welcome back. You're watching Skills to Pay the Bills, and we are excited about the upcoming PCI Pageant Expo coming our way July 19th at the Rockville Hilton Hotel. So Chris, tell us a little bit about what's going to be happening on July 19th.
July 19th will be our 2nd year we're doing the PCI Pageant Expo, and the first round competition come with it. And we would have the one afternoon and night fun for people can shop, see the show, and eat and drink and get it all together.
So you're going to have vendors.
Fashion show too.
And is that what the expo is entailing? Vendors?
Have different vendor. The local.
Oh, okay.
The local vendor from the fashion designer. Everything about the pageant, like the jewelry, the evening gown, or some of the outfit, the makeup, and let the girl in the one can explore themselves, to buy anything about the pageant.
Right.
And this is a preliminary round, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Preliminary. Well, now tomorrow we're starting July 1. So if I wanted to be a vendor, is it too late? And if it's not too late,
No, it's not too late.
What do I need to do in order to be a vendor at the event?
You can go to the website pciculture.com to sign up as a vendor.
Okay, so pciculture.com, and sign up as a vendor.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Now, Chris, what are the prizes for the contestants? What kind of prizes are you giving out for first place, second place, third place?
Oh, every year we give out $5,000 cash for the winner, $3,000 for the first runner-up, and $2,000 for the second runner-up. And each of the best dress, best talent, most popular, and best posture award, we get $500 each one. And we would take care of the whole trip when the winner go to the Korea and participate the world pageant.
Wow.
We take care of the airfare,
wonderful.
everything.
The world pageant?
And then we have another $7,000 diamond watch.
Oh, wow, that
for
is
the
a
winner.
lot. You
Yes.
guys do a lot. Well, let me ask you this. What about the community? How do you give back to the community? And I would ask this of you as well as Doreen. What kind of things do you do to give back to the community?
We would, when the final 15 come in, and then we organize them to visit the elder center. We perform for the elder, go there to, to show some care to the elder center, entertain them, and let them feel the young kids can show their love, the entertainment them.
Oh, that's
Yeah, and after that, when they count it, and they go back to visit them. But that was an amazing experience last year when we have a final 15 go to the elder center. Over 300 elder. They were in the big room waiting for us, and then at that time our limo have some problem, so we didn't make it by the limo, but we carpooling for couple car together to go there. I say, wow, we're going to be late. I feel so bad. I say, I cannot let them disappointed. We got to get there. So when we get there, wow, over 300 elder. And then they put the music on, everybody clap on us, and then I said, oh, that is my most touching moment in my life. I never feel that before. To do in the pageant that is the speechless. And then all the girls, they say, oh my God, if we miss that, and then we will feel so bad. And some of them, they will bring the poster, the picture, like the girl, they autograph and take picture, and they're very cute. They're so nice.
Oh, that is a nice
I've been recruiting a lot of girls for this pageant, but there's one thing I keep hearing from a lot of them. It's like, I'm not confident enough. I'm shy. I mean, what can you guys say to girls that want to participate, but they just don't have enough confidence? They don't know if they can do it.
All right, well, one thing is you're never alone in this pageant. You have the entire staff of PCI that quickly becomes like family. They're always there for you, along with all the other contestants. You all become like sisters, and we all get so close and we help each other out. So it is guaranteed that you're going to make new friends. You're going to make a brand new family. You're always going to get help whenever you need it. So there's no reason to be scared of being alone in this pageant, because you never are.
A lot of girls, they saw our pageant before. They said it is too hard. It's very high qualification. I said that's not true. We make all the girls. All the 15 very smart, pretty girls get together. They would be like competing each other at the same time. They learn from each other, and then they want the best, learn each other. So that's something amazing. I always encourage the girl. This is not the competition. It is the camping. The girl,
It's like a boot camp.
Yeah, the boot camp, and then we make them train them, and you experience a couple months together and hang out together, just have fun and learn makeup, poise, talking, public talking. Speaking.
Now, I realize that you do have a talent portion to the pageant. Now, what if somebody says, you know what, I don't have a talent? Would you help them with that, and how would you?
Yes, we have a lot of coaches, the light dance coaches. I can refer them to. And
So you will actually develop a talent for them. So that would mean anybody could pretty much apply for this.
And along Bobby's point, what do you say, how do you work with a girl who thinks she's not pretty enough? Because there's so much pressure today on, if you look a certain way, or if you don't look like this movie star, or that means that I'm just not pretty enough. And I've seen a lot of really beautiful young ladies who they don't think they're worthy, or they don't think they're pretty enough.
I think everybody, if you can find out like this, the diamond in the stone, right? And then you can see that, and then you just make one point. Like myself, when I was young, I didn't consider myself as pretty. People would laugh at me. This classmate would laugh at me. Yeah, in China, they consider my lips and full lips. It's not called pretty at that time. And then my teeth is Chinese. It's called a little bit too big, funny teeth. And then my classmate laughed at me. I was have a low self-esteem. I told my mom I want to do the bracelets, but in China they don't do that at that time. So I have a low self-esteem. But when I gradually, I would find out some of my point, like my eye. I'm pretty in my eyes, and I'm more focused at the eye, and then just make the eye pops up. And then there's some kind of point like that. I can always see a girl, I can see one point they're pretty. I would say exaggerate their pretty side, and then minor their,
The other part.
One thing I kind of could take away from last year is that I noticed that PCI really works with the girl one-on-one and develop them into quality women. Yes. So I encourage that any girls out there, especially if have a low confidence level or anything like that, to enter this, because after you get out, you're going to be, you're going to be confident. You're going to feel much better about yourself, and you will be, part of an experience that, would benefit you later on. Right, Doreen? What do you have to say about that?
You always have something to gain. From this pageant, I knew that the talent portion would benefit me a lot, just because I was so used to performing in front of crowds, but I knew that the question and answer part would get me a little bit more nervous. So from the pageant, I actually gained a lot more public speaking skills, and I'm more comfortable communicating with others. So whether it is talent or just catwalking or makeup or anything, you always have something to gain and something to learn from this pageant.
Just like right now, you're a natural on TV, right?
You are.
Yeah,
I would never
definitely
think that you had a problem with that.
Thank you.
No, no
Very
problem.
good.
Everybody was so shocked when they know she's just 17, and no, she's totally stand out like the same age girl.
Chris, you said something that resonated with me when we first started the show this evening, and that was that the outward beauty, that's one thing, but the most important thing is what is on the inside of a person, to draw that out.
Yeah, that's
and I
right.
think that is very important.
Yeah.
And that, women and girls, they all need to know that everybody is important, and you have something.
Yep.
You have something to give on that end.
That's right.
Now tell us a little bit, Doreen, about your talent last year. You told me the cheerleading, and I thought that was really unique. So did you do this routine by yourself, or did you have other girls, a part of the act?
Well, I did this by myself,
You did.
but I've been cheerleading for 4 years since I first started high school.
Oh, okay.
So from all those years, I gained a lot of different dances and skills and like flexibility, things like that. I try to incorporate a little bit of everything that I gained from cheerleading the past 4 years all into one dance.
And you have to see her performance. She was so high in energy. She smiled the whole time. She connected with the audience and the judges and everybody. And that's part of the pageant. It's not just about being beautiful. It's how you handle yourself, how you answer the questions, and how you connect with the audience. And that's the most important thing.
Right.
Just being beautiful and walking back and forth, there's more to it than that. And I know Chris has all the professionals to help the ladies to overcome any challenges that they might have entering the pageant.
Yep.
Oh, that is wonderful. That is absolutely wonderful.
So
I'm excited about. I'm.
my sister Stephanie, she have no experience about pageant, and she didn't speak a lot of English at the time. I make a Miss Asian, my Miss Chinese at that time, but she say at the beginning, the first press conference she went to, she said, "Oh my God, I cannot breathe on the
She's
first
so
time."
nervous?
Yeah, so nervous.
Yeah.
But after grad, every time she go out, they had to make a self-introduction, the public speaking. At the end of the show, when you face to the stress more, after that, she say, "I can do everything."
We have just a couple of more minutes left, but there's one burning question that I have, and that is, How do you select your judges? If you could come up in maybe 1 minute and tell us how you select judges.
Judges come from some of the major sponsors, and another thing is that the famous, like they're good in their industry.
Okay.
They can represent the industry. We can choose some of the leaders,
Okay.
and then some of the like the talent coaches.
So they're pretty much prominent in the community and professionals.
Right.
Right.
And how many judges do you end up?
7 to 9. it
7 to
depends.
9.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
that's
depends.
a
Yeah,
pretty.
and you know, like last year, we had a mixture of all different nationalities,
Oh, okay.
to represent the different nation community, and it's pretty much a mixture, and everybody was very important and very prominent in the
That's
community.
good.
Yes.
Well, the clock on the wall says that our time is up. So I want to thank Chris and Bobby and Doreen so much for being here with us and for sharing information about the upcoming 2014 PCI Pageant Expo. I also want to thank you, our viewers, for watching Skills to Pay the Bills. We look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye.